Hey YouTube, how's it going today? I'm back with another video as promised. Sorry it's been a little while. We're going to be talking about the AIMS 1200 watt inverter, the AIMS 2000 watt inverter, and then we're going to be getting into these other inverters I have over here. First of all, the AIMS 1200 watt pure sine wave high frequency inverter has an auto transfer switch built into it, as to where the 2000 watt does not, and it is a 4000 watt surge. And the 1200 watt has a 2400 watt surge, but both the 1200 watt and the 2000 watt strictly have just a what is called a micro surge. They only surge for about 1/3 of a second, or 0.30 seconds. So if you're using, low amperage equipment and low wattage equipment, then these high frequency inverters are great. They're going to work great for what you're doing. But if you need a little bit more power, like what we're going to be using in some of our builds, then we go to what we call the low frequency inverter. And these low frequency inverters, they cost a lot more money, but what they do is phenomenal compared to these other ones. So for instance, this is my new 1000 watt inverter, and I haven't named it yet, but this is my own brand of inverter. I've had it built and built the specs that I requested, but they're still the basic specs as all low frequency inverters, first of all. So this is a 1000 watt inverter, but it has a 3000 watt surge, and that surge is for 20 continuous seconds. So if you're trying to boot something up that's pretty serious, this low frequency inverter will do that, as long as it's within 3000 watts. Amperage is a little bit different on these, so it depends on which one you get at which level. It's going to determine how many amps these are capable of producing. And this particular inverter that we've got here just came in. It's about 35 pounds. It's a beast. I'm going to put it on its side here. And if you look at these and the AIMS inverters, these are pretty close to each other here, kind of the same thing. They have the same quality of build. They have the same characteristics in a lot of ways. We've changed a few things on the inside from some of the other inverter companies out there to better suit our needs and what we're going to be using them here for our portable power. But I just want you to know that this little 1000 watt inverter is 35 pounds. And this little 1200 watt inverter over here is maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 pounds. And this is AIMS' 1200 watt, 2400 watt surge, hardwire inverter. So you have to wire that in. And this is also, you can run this into your grid. You can be charging a bank of batteries through this, and then when your power goes off, you can use the battery power to run your household. So this one it has AC in and AC out. This one is just a simple 2000 watt inverter, and this weighs about the same as that 1200 watt inverter does. And it's just a backup inverter. You need 12 volt power, and then you've got some AC out. You can't wire this one up to your house or anything. But this one, the 1200 watt, you can actually wire it into your house AC or your grid and use it in that manner. Now, this new bad boy that I have built here in front of me, this can be wired to your house. This has a lot of bells and whistles. This can be ran in battery priority mode, which is really awesome. So you can have this hooked into your house. You could be charging your battery bank from the grid or a generator. This has Gen Start, by the way, so this will fire up your generator if you have an auto start generator. Battery priority. So this could be running on battery priority, meaning it's going to be running fully off your batteries or your panels. And then if it needs a little help, or if your batteries go low, say in the evening or whatever, then this can go on to grid power and or kick on a generator. So this is a phenomenal device. But this is what I've been waiting for. This is why I've been kind of lagging on getting these videos done, is because I've been waiting for the first model to come in. And you'd hardwire right under here. Here's where you go to your Gen Start. This has the LCD remote. We have a battery temperature sensor on here. And what else do we have? We have the dip switches, the charge controller here as well for charging the batteries. Now this unit does not have an internal solar charge controller. This is just a battery charger. So when this is connected to 110, it's going to give you up to 85 amps to your batteries. I believe this unit is here. Might be 65. I can't remember the specs because I've had so many of these built. So that being said, what have I had built and how many have I had built? Okay, so In my first solar video, or my first portable solar video, if you remember, I talked about doing this as a business and getting our own models built, and that's exactly what I've done. So I have done a 1,000 watt, I have done a 2,000 watt, a 3,000 watt, a 4,000 watt, a 6,000 watt, an 8, a 10, and a 12,000 watt inverter. And the 12,000 watt inverter has a surge of 36,000 watts for 20 seconds. So there's a 300% surge on all of my inverters in the low frequency line for 20 seconds. So these are the real deal, Holyfield. These are going to do what you need them to do. These are going to run air conditioners. These are going to run compressors. These are going to do pretty much anything and everything that you need them to do in your home. Now, going back to these other inverters, these high frequency inverters, these are awesome too. And we're going to be building these in our solar generators as well. But you don't necessarily need all of this kind of power. Oh, by the way, this is a 3,000 watt Ames, and this has a 9,000 watt surge for 20 seconds. We have our own brand of these coming as well, and they are not from Ames. I just want to say that we did not buy into Ames. I was thinking about it, but Ames wanted way too much money to buy in, and then I would still have their name on it. So I went to my old school of thinking, and I actually went straight to a manufacturer. I'm having these built for me with my name on them. All right, so anyways, that being said, we're still going to be using the high frequency inverters a lot of the portable units because, one, they're more cost effective, and you don't need those high surges when you're out tailgating, or you're just running a little bit of power in your RV, or you're out camping, or you just want a little bit of backup power while your power goes out to just run a few lights and things. So we're going to have different levels, as I stated, the high frequency inverters to the low frequency inverters. And I just wanted to put a couple up here on the table and show you what they were. And the camera's not in a way where you can see everything perfectly and everything's kind of in autofocus because I'm by myself, but that's the 1200, the 2000, the 1000, and the 3000. And so we're going to kind of do an open box as well on this Ames 3000 watt inverter. Now I want to say that these low frequency inverters cost a lot more money than the high frequency do. And the reason is because, well, they've got that big surge, and that's what we want when we're doing an inverter. I'm gonna have to get a little something better to be cutting this banding with. If we're gonna be running stuff in our houses and whatnot, we're gonna want a low frequency inverter if we're looking for bigger wattage, or if you're gonna be looking at living off the grid. You're gonna want that surge power, especially if you're running heaters and washers and dryers, things with motors that take a lot of amperage at startup. And so we're going to be running a lot of these and selling a ton of these. Now that being said, I'm going to be bringing many units into the country. Yes, these are being produced in China. And as I said before, so are the Ames inverters, and so are most of the inverters that we get today. There's a few made in America, and the ones that are, they're great inverters, don't get me wrong. But for me to get started, and for a lot of you, the price point just isn't there. If we want to buy, an inverter, this Ames unit is made in China. These run about 800 or better for a 3000 watt. Oh, lovely. So we have a box within a box. So I'm going to rip this down really quick. This inverter here is about 65 pounds. So we got to work with this one a little bit. We'll come around here and pull it out so it doesn't flip out onto the floor. So there's the 3000 by Ames. And let's see what we got here. This is about 16.5 inches long. And at this point of the body, it's about 7.25 inches wide. And it is, with the leg or the feet, it's 7 inches tall. And with the feet, it's actually 8.75 inches wide. So it's got a 8.75 footprint widthwise, and it is 16.5 long, minus the battery terminals in the back. 3000 watt Ames low frequency pure sine wave inverter. Let's bring up the 1000 watt again. And there's the 1000 watt. Here we've got, well, to the power outlet here, we've got 15, and to these power outlets, we got about, we're around 18. So about 18, and then we're about 15 here. The footprint on this is 7 inches wide. This one was 8.5. Our width on this machine is 6 inches, and our height from the top to the bottom of the foot is 5.5 inches. Both do the exact same thing. Both have the exact same functions. If you look at the front, they have pretty much everything the same. Here the LEDs are protruding. They have the switch here with a couple of LED lights here, but this is just our 1,000 watt model, so it's a little bit different than our 3s. We have the same lights here, but they're just in a different array. When we get into the 3,000 watt model and the 2,000, they'll look exactly like this as far as the lights go and everything else, because that's the way they're made. Yeah, here's the back, which is where your DC connections go. There's the earth ground, there's the fan. And this got the battery saver, or power mode, or power saver. Yeah, we got 2 AC outlets on the back. I'll flip that around again. Got your negative, you got your positive, you got your cooling fan. And then right here you've got your LED remote. So you got a little plate that you can control this thing. You got your gen start, earth ground, battery temperature sensor, and of course your dip switches, which are going to control your multi-functions on this unit, whether it's going to be battery priority and AC priority, that sort of stuff. I'm also looking to see, oh, up here on the top is where you could turn this up here. There's a knob, that one on the top with the LEDs. You turn the knob here, and that's going to determine what kind of charge current's going out to your batteries and how much charge you're going to put out. So, by the way, I also forgot to mention, these are both, well, all of these are only in the 12 volt range. So this is a 12 volt, this is a 12 volt, low frequency, 12 volt, high frequency. Cost on this around $800. Cost on this was closer to $500. So let's flip these around again. Both have a GFI protected two-way outlet here and here. Here's the remote start on this one. Here's the LCD remote port, and here's the battery temperature sensor, which is on the other side on this one. And then here's the dip switches to put it in battery priority mode, whatnot. And on this particular unit, this is the charge current control right here. And on the top, up here, we have the battery type selector. So we can be and this one also has the battery type selector up here by the knob for the charge control. So we can tell what kind of batteries we want, whether we're running AGM, lead acid. I think there's sealed lead acid, some other choices in here. And we've got whether you want the charger turned off, whether you've got a USA gel, AGM1, AGM2, sealed lead acid, European gel, open lead acid, calcium open, or desulfation mode on these units. So these inverters are going to give you all the power that you need. And today I just kind of wanted to go through them with you, kind of give you a comparison of the differences between the two, do a little bit of heavy lifting. Also, I did in fact get the Tesla S modules in. I got 4 of those. Those things are bad. We're going to be using those as well in our builds. And I also have the whole pack of the Tesla Smart for 2 car battery pack. So that little teeny tiny smart car, Tesla made the batteries for it, and they call it the Smart for 2 car. And I have a whole pack of those. I've got to unassemble the pack itself. Change the wiring because they're wired in series, and I've got to get that all taken care of so I can get to the 55 volt packs. And then I'll be using those in my my Powerwall, my Tesla Powerwall, as well as I'm going to be using some of the Tesla S modules in my Powerwall, and that should be pretty rocking. I keep looking over there because I have one of the Tesla modules in the studio today, and I think I'll go ahead and bring that up kind of briefly. I don't know how long we're running here. I don't want to get too out of hand and end up having camera shut off on me. I'm going to move this to the floor. And this one isn't very light either. This is a somewhat heavy module as well. About 55, 60 pounds. And this is the Tesla S 85 that this came out of, not the 90. So I believe it's about 444 cells if memory serves. And this is running about 24 volts, and fully charged this is going to run over 25 something. I don't remember the numbers off my top of my head. Anyways, we got that. I've had these now, well, they've probably been here about 2 weeks. And let's run a quick voltage check on these. These were charged. These were hitting around 24 something when I first got them. By the way, all these Tesla modules, if you're wondering which side's positive or negative, as you're looking at them, if you're behind these, the one on the right's the positive. See what kind of voltage we got. And we're at 23.6. Exactly where we should be, 23.7, 23.6. So pretty tight. And I'm going to be building these into my units, into my bigger units, and well, into any one of the units that you guys would like to see or you want to purchase. These will be in here. Also, you'll have a cooling and heating option for these batteries. All right, so I'm going to flip the Tesla module up so you can kind of see the liquid cooling ports and heating ports. Put them here. Right here. This thing rocks. I mean, I've been doing some testing with it. Haven't got a chance to hook it up into anything yet, but just doing some testing with them, making sure they're holding their charge. So I do have 4 of these. These were not cheap by any means. And so if you want one of these in your unit, let me know. And, you know, otherwise you'll be getting mine that I build. And I don't know if we talked about this yet, but we're going to be playing around with some of these in our units. So we're going to take this to the next level. And if you don't know what these are the 500 farad supercapacitors. Awesome little deals. And they've got like a nice little balancing board on them. This runs at 16 volts. And these will carry enough power to, you know, jumpstart your car, help start an air conditioning system, do a lot of things. So these are going to also be going in some of our units, some of our bigger units, and several of these units, several of these supercapacitors. Anyways, guys, man, it's been a long time since I did a video. I do apologize. I did say I was going to be doing YouTube full time, and believe me, I am. I am so busy. Christmas is coming. I've got several other companies that I've been dealing with as usual, and I feel like I'm using that as an excuse a lot, and I am, because, well, it's just my reality. So anyways, I am going to be doing some more stuff. The website is up and running. Please go there if you want to register to win any free prizes or see what the new videos are coming out. And right now it's a static page, there's some things on there. It's basically just a one page. Go to the bottom of the page to the contact me, put in your information, and that's how you're going to enter to win my contests and get my free stuff that I'm giving away. And remember, at 500 subscribers, I'm giving away that power supply by RAV Power. Remember I bought this, I showed you guys this here a while back in a review. Well, it wasn't really a review, it was just in a video. And this is a smoking hot little 21,000 or 20,100 milliamp hour portable power supply. And this was like, I don't remember. It was a few bucks. And I'm going to be giving this away when we hit 500 subscribers. This is a nice brand new unit that I'm keeping for myself. I just want you to know. But I'll be giving you guys a brand new one, right? Brand new in the box, so you can enjoy that. Anyways, at 500 subscribers, I'm giving this away, so be sure to get signed up on my webpage. And all you got to do is just go to westhattechguy.com, same as the YouTube channel. Go to the bottom of the page, put in your information, and I'm going to take care of you on this. And then once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're going to give away the real big bad boy that RAV Power made that I showed you guys, which actually has the AC out on it. It's 27,000 milliamp hours. It's got USB 3. It's got the iSmart fast charge, as well as 120 volt outlet on it, man. So you can plug anything into it. So we've been experimenting with that, or I've been experimenting with that, and it rocks. Anyways, be sure to get to the website. I'm going to be putting some stuff up there. It's a work in progress. And, you know, anybody out there, if you're watching my videos, if you're a subscriber and you want to help me work on that website, let me know. I'll take care of you. We'll figure something out. I'm always looking for someone to help out with these sorts of things because my time is limited. And if there's anything you guys want to see me do with any of these inverters other than what I'm going to currently be doing, let me know. Reach out to me, shoot me a PM here at YouTube, or come over to the website and contact me. There's a note section you can put in there what you'd like to see or do. A couple of you have sent me PMs. I won't mention your names right now, but on some help with setting up your own portable generators or a portable generator. And I cannot get in contact with you because your permissions are set to private. So please, you guys, if you're looking to talk to me and you're wondering why I haven't gotten back to you, it's strictly because I can't reply to you because you are set to private in your private messages. You can message me, but I cannot message you. So anyways, as usual, guys, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Give me a like on this video if that's what you in fact feel like doing. Remember to enter into my contest here to win these free prizes when I hit 500 subscribers. You must be subscribed to my channel. You must have at least liked one of my videos. You must go to my website, wes.techguy.com, and fill out the contact me form and sign up for my newsletter. So anyways, I'm going to sign off. Sorry for such a dry, long video, but I think some of you guys were asking some questions about what these inverters are about and what the differences of these inverters are. So I just wanted to get something out there for you, and I wanted to show off the Tesla Model S battery here because I'm excited about it myself. And anyways, man, until next time, I'll see you cats around.